Hello YouTube, it's me Camilla Aaron, and I'm going to be making a video today. I'm going to be speaking on my emotions with HRT as a trans lady. So if you're searching for HRT videos for menopause, this is not for you. It's a transgender video on HRT, and I want to preface this video with saying that I am not giving you any medical information. I'm just sharing my experience with being on HRT for 10 plus years, and my experiences are going to be different from yours. So just understand that from my video. And if you're watching and you're not transgender, well, I'm here to explain to you how I feel about the topic, and I'll just be very brief. This is in response to a lot of the comments I read. I can't change my sex. I'm always going to be an anatomical male. That means that I am not a real female. I am a trans woman. I live my life as a woman. I am legally a woman on all my documents and passport and license, and I've gone through maximum medical improvement where the government recognizes me as a female. So I live in society and work in society as a female, and I see hundreds of people a week, and I work in a large department store in Atlanta, and I have never been called sir, and I don't get misgendered. I live as a woman, and this is my experience with emotions. I'm telling you this because about myself, because I have a lot of comments, and I want people to get to know me, especially my regular viewers, and to what I do, and my experiences, and what real life is like for a trans woman. And life, when you first start it, is very overwhelming, especially when you're not as passable and you're looking more male or more female, depending on which gender you're transitioning to. But emotions are something that I feel are amplified on HRT. So, um, something that if it's hard to remember how I would respond as living as a guy, because it's been so long. But I'll try my best to recall for this some comparisons, and I will say that crying is something that I do, if not every day, like multiple times a week, almost daily, at least once. I cry over a lot of things, whether it's really something that makes me sad, something that makes me happy. I cry over a lot of things, and I do cry, and not all women cry a lot. It just depends on the person. My hormones make me cry very easy, so it could be frustrating, and I'm sure it's frustrating for my family or people that live around me when I cry so easy. So it can make your moods very unstable and your emotions kind of volatile. As far as moodiness, it makes you very moody. And I do a shot now. The tablets kept your levels stable like every day. You're getting the same level of estrogen, and your testosterone is obviously non existent. But the thing with the is that it's lower levels on the pill. When I inject, I do it every 7 days, and towards the last 1 to 2 days, excuse me, the last 1 to 2 days are basically, you crash, your mood is terrible, at least my mood is terrible. I'm very cranky, my breasts are very sore, my back bothers me, I feel bloated, and it also gives me the worst hot flashes. Like, I'm really moody. So it's like I can go from, sometimes I'll do my shots early because if I'm just finding myself in a pissy mood and being a bitch, it's like better to do my shot 1 day early. But sometimes it's not like that. Not every shot cycle is like that. I have horrible allergies, and if you don't know, I always have allergies in my videos. I do allergy shots, and I have done them since I was like 8 years old. I go and get the shot every 2 weeks, and I have allergy issues. It's a little random fact about me. But I do deal with hormonal swings. So mood swings are a big thing. Hot flashes, that is a person to person thing, especially. Everyone is different. I get hot flashes, and I feel like I'm hot, and like even when it's winter, I will crack my windows so that freezing air can come in my room to cool me down. Like my partner, is not a big fan because I'm always hot and my partner is not. She's always like freezing and I'm like I'm burning up, and so it's really frustrating, and I promise you it's not the best thing in the world to deal with. But so those are some of the things physically that can happen to you. Some people say it is very like a lot of the symptoms are similar to PMS and cisgender women. Some of them are. It depends on it. Trans women obviously don't menstruate, but they you have a lot of hormonal swings. So there are some similarities, and some trans women cycle their shots. So they'll do like a shot every 7 days for 21 days, and then they'll maybe use Premarin for 7 days as a shot. I mean, it just varies from person to person how well they want to replicate living as a woman, and so that's basically what they do. They enhance your mood. They affect you. You could become very cranky, or you can be the opposite. And when you first do your shot, the first few days, I feel very much sexually desirable. Like I feel sexually attractive. I feel increased confidence, and I also enjoy having sex more around the first few days of the shot. It makes me have sex, and then when I'm towards the end of the shot, I don't want anyone to touch me. So it's like, it's something that I wish was a little bit more stable, like the pill was, where I was taking the same thing every day. But the benefits of being on the injections are just incredible, and I would never want to go back to the pill. So injections are totally like my preference. So I like them. Um, and what else does it do to my mood? I'm trying to think for this video. Um, it can make you self-conscious. It can make you feel fat. So sometimes you'll feel really like sexy, and you'll feel really desirable, and then sometimes you'll feel like no one wants to touch you, or you feel very undesirable, and you feel very unattractive, and you feel maybe overweight or self-conscious about parts of your body that you can kind of hyperfixate on, and like where you hold weight and making you feel self-conscious about, like, I have very thick thighs, and I get self-conscious about my thighs because I feel like I'm holding so much weight in my thighs that makes me feel kind of fat in some of my things, or I feel like my bottom is too, like, I feel like I have a big butt, and it's like I work out so that I don't gain too much weight there, because being on shots or being on any form of estrogen hormone replacement therapy, you're going to gain weight around your hips and your legs like crazy. So it's like hard. And as a woman, you have to exercise and eat right, or you're going to gain weight on the hormones. You will 100% gain a lot of weight if you're not proactive about dieting and taking care of yourself with exercising. If you're not doing those, you're most likely going to gain weight. A lot of trans women I see go on hormones and they gain weight. I actually recently went through a weight gain where I gained like 15 pounds from like the summer, and I had lost like 60 pounds, and now I've gained 15 back, and I'm like, I feel so fat right now. So it's like, that's one example, and I literally do. I feel like I'm huge, and sometimes I have big breasts, and one of the things about having a larger chest is sometimes I'm self-conscious. I feel like everyone is looking at my chest when I'm in public, and it just is like, it makes me self-conscious about my whole body, not just feeling fat, but self-conscious about all different parts of my body. Whether I like those parts or not, I sometimes feel self-conscious about my private parts, and sometimes I don't think about it because I'm used to that and that's all I've known. So it varies. And I'm going to conclude this video with saying if you've watched this far, thank you. And please comment if you have questions. I will always respond in a kind manner, regardless if you're rude or polite. I'm just trying to share my experience with people who are transgender so they can know what to expect and to be realistic and know that you can never really change your sex, but you can live as the gender you want to if you have the right medications and sometimes the right procedures to make you look, the right surgeries to make you look the right gender as you want to live as. Because if you don't look like it or kind of sound like it and have that energy, society won't accept you. So it's a hard pill to swallow and it's a difficult path to go down. I don't suggest it for everyone, and I'm kind of sad with what our community is being seen as now because there is some very crazy ideology in the trans community. So, a last fact about myself is that I am not active in the transgender community. I am not transgender. I'm a transsexual. I have a medical condition, and it's very hard for me to relate with that community because they push for a lot of things that are inappropriate for children. They embrace a lifestyle that is sexualizing being a transgender or a transsexual person. You don't want to be sexualized. I didn't transition for sexual purposes. It has absolutely nothing to do with sex. So, but unfortunately, the LGBT plus community is pushing their sexual agenda on people, and try to be aware. Be careful when you transition. Be careful with who you associate with because you're going to find a lot of degenerate mindsets. And I'm sorry to say that about my community because 10 years ago it was a tight knit community and we all loved each other. Now the community has become divided, and I mean I can only say so much without getting in trouble on YouTube, but you have the conservative side, which is a lot more relatable as a conservative trans myself than a liberal trans. And I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just being honest. And I hope you like this video. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.